Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim. I am a plant mom and today we are going to talk about my fall's favorites. Yes, I just figured that it has been a while since I talked to you about my houseplants just because I didn't have a lot of new leaves to show, a lot of new things going on because it's just getting dark and cold and wet and houseplants hate that. But recently I just noticed little things going on here and there. So I just figured like, yeah, let's do a video about houseplants because yeah, I haven't shown my houseplants in a while. Let's go. First of all, I wanted to show you some updates from my begonia. I don't even know why, but I think fall is my favorite season for my begonia because I don't own a lot of begonias. I'm not particularly in love with begonias in general, but I just have this one and I think she is a fall girly. Like, she has these dark leaves and the very rich red behind these leaves are in the season. Like, this is a fall girly. And the story behind this plant and why I just love it on top of all begonias, because the mother plant of this one was is still my parents' kitchen plant, and it was always like a mystery. Like, I never knew where it came from and why my parents had that plant. And I just find out years later that this type of begonia was really like trendy in old houses. I just know like some grandmas has that plant, that particular begonia in their houses. So yeah, I just think that this begonia is kind of vintage, you know. It has that like old houseplant vibe, you know. And these large leaves are killing me every time. This is why I just love this begonia, because in my opinion begonias are always cute. Like, they can have like tiny colorful and intriguing leaves, also original one with like texture and everything, which is kind of cool. But what I love about this particular begonia is that the leaves are thick and big and the color is really rich, and you have like this contrast between the neon center and the darkness of the leaf, and you know, it's just like, in the touch I can feel like it's like leather, you know. The only thing I don't like is the growth pattern. Like, this side is not sexy. But like this, I'm just in love with this. There is no season where this begonia doesn't grow, so it's cool to have like plants like this that still grows in fall and winter, and make the houseplant hobby a little bit like nice during like dormant seasons. My second plant favorite this fall is this alocasia. As you can see, she has been growing a lot. She still needs a repot, like she is still in her propagation station, which is really bad from my perspective, because she grows too much and the leaves are like too grown to be still in this like little propagation station with leca. But she has like some strong roots though, so I'm not like worried about her, but she needs proper soil to grow well. As well as my begonia, this is the only alocasia that I own. She was the first rare houseplants that I bought years ago. The mother plant is still at my parents' house. I think I have like a picture of it. I'm gonna throw it on the screen if I can. But yeah, I bought like this plant at least like 5 or 6 years ago at a plant shop, and alocasias were like growing in the houseplants community, and I bought her like thinking it was the, you know, it was like the Monstera albo when Monstera albo was a thing, you know. So yeah, this was my favorite and most original plant at the time. And you know, this leaf particularly, like, she's still she's still really pretty. Like the alien vibe, the colors, the glitter like texture, and just like, look at that. That's incredible work. I think this leaf is deformed because of my spider mite problem this summer, but overall she's in a pretty good shape when you think about how her root state is at, and how I didn't reported her since like at least a year ago. So yeah, when I moved in this apartment, I just got a piece of my mother plant, and when I propagated it in Leica, I think I had only one leaf, or maybe two, but like one leaf stayed, you know, the other one like died really quickly. And now we are at this state. She's really pretty. Now that I look at it, she's becoming my, you know, my favorite of this time. She's in my fall favorites. I don't know when it's gonna end, but yeah, I just love her. I fell in love again with this plant when I saw this leaf. Like she's getting grown, she's getting big, and the texture is like unmatched. Like this leaf is unmatched. And as you can see, I have like two leaves browning on the edges, I think because of the soil states. But one thing I thought about is that when I had my mother plant, she was in a pretty solid mix with no drainage holes. At the time, my issue with the mother plants was that whenever one big leaf was growing, all of the other leaves, or at least one or two leaves, were dying. Like she was the kind of plant that one leaves grow, one leaves dying, one leaves grow, one leaves dying, you know? And it was like frustrating because I couldn't have like a full plant. I always had like 2 or 3 big leaves, and that was it. And the stem was growing and growing and growing, and I had like this long ass stem with like 3 big leaves on the top, and it was like ridiculous. That's why I cut it in the first place. And now I don't even know why, but I figured that here she can grow like more leaves. I don't know if it's because of the Leica, I don't know if it's because of the lighting condition. Maybe now she has a little bit more light, I don't know, but she's glowing. Another one of my fall favorite that I don't talk a lot about is my philodendron billietiae. It has been a while since I didn't talk about these plants, just because this summer she suffered from, I don't know if it's sunburning, I don't know if it's my spider mites problem, I don't know if it's because I haven't repotted her since 1982, but yeah, she had a lot of little issues, and I was like, I don't have the time to take care of this plant, even though I really love her. And the only reason why I don't spend a lot of time taking care of these plants is just because it's a beautiful plant, but why she's so leggy, like she's really leggy, and she is searching for the light, and unfortunately I don't have more light to you know, to give her. So I'm just like, hey, please grow normal leaves, and she takes a lot of space, and I don't know. I really love philodendron billietiae, but I don't know, this one is getting like, this is too messy, and this is too spotty, and I don't know, I don't like how she grows. And I talked to you about this a lot of times, but I don't like philodendron's growth pattern. The fact that they need moss poles and everything, I'm not a fan of it. But as you can see, even though like the you know, this part is leggy, the actual like trunk is like, you know, the internode are not that you know, there's not a lot of space between each nodes. I'm just over this growing stage, but After the spider mite slash not repotted slash sunburn situation, she started to grow like these bigger leaves, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty. I was like, hey, this is pretty, this is healthy. The bunny ears are bunnying, and this is really big and pointy. So yeah, we had an improvement. I never know if I still have some spider mites or not, but one thing I know is that the new leaves are really healthy. Like this one is healthy too, even though I have a little burn spot here. And this is the new leaf. She is smaller. She just like came out maybe a week ago. So yeah, there is no more sun in Paris. So I guess she's not gonna get any bigger when you compare it to the biggest one. But she's healthy, and the stem is small. Like it's still small. I don't know if it's gonna get longer, but yeah, it's still small. I think I will care more and take care more of this plant if I just cut the top of it. I think I will like cut it maybe in spring or maybe like next week, I don't know. But I think I would cut it and just keep the three healthy leaves, healthy new leaves. And the other ones, I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe cut it and propagate it and sell it or donate it, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because I don't have the space to have like 2 plants of each species. But yeah, I'm like, these leaves and these ones they are not really pretty anymore, and they have like declined. They have been like that for weeks and months now, so I don't know if they are gonna decline again, but it's not that pretty, and I think I will be happier with these plants if it was a little bit smaller, This is too big. Also the pot, I don't like it. I know this is my pot and I bought it, and I don't know, I bought it like too long ago. I didn't had the same mindset about ceramics as right now, so this pot is not in my aesthetic anymore, and I just don't like the actual state of it. But really, I'm in love with this plant, like profoundly in love with philodendron billietiae. So maybe if I upgrade the state of it and just like propagate the top and keep her in a nice ceramic pot, I will be in full love again with her. Another one of my false favorites is my Anthurium queen. She is in my false favorites, even though since I got her I don't have a lot of news from it. I haven't repotted it. I don't have like flashing news, except I have a new leaf coming up. Yeah, it's small. Like this new leaf is gonna be tiny, I think. This Anthurium queen is still in a experiment state because I haven't repotted her, and since I got her I haven't found the perfect spot for her in my apartment. Like I know she needs a lot of luminosity and a lot of light, but I don't have the perfect spot for her right now for that. And she has been under my greenhouse light for a few weeks now, like 1 or 2 months. So that's why I think she pushed out this new leaf, which I'm very proud, because honestly I didn't think she was going to push out anything. We are in fall, it's getting cold in my apartment, and a lot of my plants became dormant, and not a lot of them are still pushing leaves, but she's pushing one, so we are gonna be grateful for that. And yeah, I just think it's gonna be a little bit small. I don't know, we're gonna see. I just hope it's gonna be healthy, and I certainly hope that she doesn't have spider mites, because when I got her it was in my prime spider mite infestation, and I was being very careful to not like keep her with my infested plants. But hey, we don't know, we never know. Spider mites are crazy and smart and intelligent, and they have like big brains, even though they are really small, and they could like be in this plant still. I don't see anything, but we never know. So yeah, just because she's pushing out a new leaves in November, my Anthurium queen is in my top false favorites. She is still pretty. She has a little bit of crispiness. I think the cold is getting into my plant because some of my plants are getting like little brown spots because of the coldness, and also because as you know now, I am myself the queen of overwatering. So yeah. And last but not least, my what is that? My Platycerium bifurcatum. She is on my top all-time favorites. She is one of my favorite plants each season, so I'm not gonna introduce her again. I just love Platyceriums, as you know, and I am currently searching for a new Platycerium species to add in my collection. So what's going on is that she is always growing. Like, as you can see, she's always pushing leaves and pushing things out, and I just love the vibe. She is a fall vibe girly. I don't know, I'm just in love with this plant. I'm gonna get if I have the chance to talk about these plants, I'm gonna talk about her, and my dream would be to have another one of her. So there's no big reason to have her in my top favorites for fall, but my cool plan with her is that I am gonna repot her finally in a bark thing, like, you know, on a piece of wood or on a piece of bark. And I just want to say that I am not experienced enough to do that. I prefer to do it with this plant, which is a pretty cheap Platycerium, instead of another one that could be a little bit more expensive. So I'm gonna try with this one, and if I manage to do it like properly and if it works, I'm gonna do it with my next Platyceriums. The thing with Platyceriums is that they love lights, and their roots system are pretty unique. You know, they can grow on barks a little bit like orchids, but instead Platyceriums roots are kind of fine. The thing is that with my plant organization and how I you know, I add lights in my apartment, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have my Platycerium still under a grow light if I put it on a bark. So that's why I have to rearrange my organization to have like good spots with a lot of lights for my future Platyceriums if I want to make like a wall, as I talked about it in one video, I think. So yeah, that's a lot of thinking, and that's why I still haven't repotted her. That's why I still haven't like purchased a new Platycerium. I am waiting to have a better organization and a better plan for my plant collection in general. For those who wanted to know about my Anthurium luxurians, she is still loving her glass pots. I still have her in the same spot that I had her all summer, just because even though there is a little bit less light, it's still a good luminous spot for Anthuriums. But I noticed that on the oldest leaves, I have like some browning slash thinning, you know, situation. The two new leaves that I had this summer are doing perfectly fine. I'm still obsessed with that one. She is big, she is luscious, she's beautiful. So yeah, that was just an update. She is one of my favorite plants, but she's not in my false favorite just because she hasn't been doing anything since, I don't know, the end of August. So yeah, she went kind of dormant. That was it for today's video. I just hope that you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it myself. I just wanted to update you about my houseplant, because even though there is not a lot going on, I have some little cool updates to show you, you know. So yeah, it was kind of nice to talk to you about my favorite plants of the time and how I keep enjoying my houseplant hobby even though we are in a dormant season, and you know, it's kind of harder to, you know, keep up with the consistency and, you know, with the taking care of houseplants when the season is not like the most enjoyable. So yeah, I just hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed it myself. Please like, share and subscribe it will help me a lot, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.